Hey everybody, this is Dion and welcome to my channel. Today I'm about to react and comment on Nintendo Direct, which was from the 27th of March 2025. Here we go. So it's no secret for nobody that Nintendo Switch 2 Live is pretty close right now. Let's see what this is all about. Okay. There seemed to be a boom in popularity of using this graphical style, which is kind of cool. Tales of Bravery. Kind of reminiscent from the 16-bit era. Huh. Superstars. I still don't know what game it is though. Also like this kind of style where it seems to be hand-drawn. I doubt it, but Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. Okay. Oh, that's a popular franchise. I have not played anything.
皆さん、こんにちは。
こんにちは。
任天堂ダイレクトの案内役を務めます高橋です。このダイレクトでは、任天堂スイッチで発売するタイトルの
Upcoming Nintendo Switch games. So many games, so little time.
4月2日に配信をしますので。
Right, so April the 2nd, 2025, there will be a direct based on the Nintendo Switch 2.
映像の最後には新たなキャラクターが確認できましたが、一体どんな冒険が待っているのでしょうか。
For those of you that played the originals, let me know in the comment down below if this is something that you appreciate.
Escape from dire straits.
Oxygen 0.
What's with the moaning?
Help me. Please help me.
No sleep for Kaname date. From
the latest
AI,
entry in the
Somnium
Files series is stirring. You are Kaname Date, a special agent with a sophisticated AI called Aiba embedded in his left eye. Your mission is to track down Iris, an internet idol who has been trapped in a mysterious escape game. Conduct interviews to investigate Iris's whereabouts. Dive into a subject's dream.
It seemed like those kind of games, not to create generalizations, but if you told me what for you is the like more a typical game that will be very well accepted in Japan, but the rest of the world is kind of, I don't know about that. These kind of games come into mind.
Uncover what's hidden in reality,
but this is not, excuse me, this is not your usual, they're very story-based.
No Sleep for Kaname Date from the Somnium Files launches on Nintendo
I would have been
Switch,
curious
July 25th.
trying that game.
Unleash the supernatural.
Supernatural. So July. We're getting dates on July.
A classic Atlas action RPG returns with remastered HD graphics and enhanced gameplay.
The Mastery of the Soulless
Set in
Army.
the capital city in the year Taisho 20.
I do like a lot, you know, history about the video game industry, but this one, I just don't, it's not familiar to me.
As a devil summoner. To protect the capital, Raido must investigate a series of supernatural cases. fight in real-time battles alongside demons you summon.
From what generation is the
Work with your
original,
demons
though?
to strike an enemy's weak point, then follow up with a powerful attack. Cooperation is the key to victory. You can even turn opposing demons into allies. Demons can also be useful
That's fun.
outside of battle. And their powers are helpful in finding solutions during investigations. Guide Rido through a series of strange incidents
I assume you're the bird who gave us a call?
as he uncovers a conspiracy that will shake the capital to its core. Rido Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army, launches on Nintendo Switch June 19th.
Interesting, though. It kind of makes you want
Pre-orders
to
begin later
check out the
today
originals,
on
though.
Nintendo eShop.
Okay.
Consume darkness.
The darkness has fallen upon you.
With your memories gone, you have been summoned to a strange, unfamiliar world
Shadow
where you're
Labyrinth.
greeted by a yellow orb known as Puck.
Puck.
But who is
Pac-Man.
this spherical stranger? Moored in a mysterious, maze-like world, your battle for survival begins. As Puck guides you on your journey, you'll delve deeper into the expansive world. By examining
You know,
your
guys, these
surroundings, you can
art
phase
styles
shift
and these
combine
2D
with
worlds, they
Puck
can be
to
very
explore areas
entertaining
you
and
couldn't
very
reach
fun.
before.
So they're not. It's not
But
like
tread
an
lightly. The creatures
Inspire
inhabiting
thing.
this
Is it
world will
really
prove hostile.
like a Pac-Man?
When facing imposing enemies, you and Puck can
Yeah,
temporarily
from
fuse into
Bandai
the
Namco.
Gaia
They own
form
the
to
franchise.
unleash powerful attacks. By consuming your prey, you'll collect resources that can then be used to enhance your abilities. Work to uncover Puck's true goal. And devour enemies to survive this cruel world.
That is crazy.
Experience a dark twist on the iconic Pac-Man when Shadow Labyrinth launches
That
on
is
Nintendo
crazy.
Switch July 18th.
Okay, another summer release date. This one is quite cool.
The rhythmic march begins.
Rhythms type
Remasters of
game.
Patapon and Patapon 2 are drumming onto Nintendo Switch as one bundle. Play your drum to the beat and give different commands to the
Play your drum to the beat,
Army.
to the beat.
For example,
I don't know
Pata,
about.
Patapon,
They can
and
be very
dances them
interesting
forward.
or they can be very uninteresting. I don't know.
Pawn,
I don't have a lot of
Patapon
experience with
has them attack.
rhythm-based games.
And if you string together combos
And
with
sometimes
good timing,
they're
the Patapons enter
like-
fever mode and get
I
a
got
big
this
boost in power.
kind of comment like way back of me
From
playing
the horse-riding Kibapon
like a
to the
racing game,
shield-savvy
and
Tatepon.
this idea was
Build up your
that
battalion
there are
to
certain
take
types of
on
game that are
hordes of
quite
fierce
entertaining for you to
foes.
play them, but for other folks to watch or assist, you know, what you're doing,
Plus,
it's a different
new
story.
features have been added,
And for
so you can advance
rhythm-based
to the
games,
beat
I
of
just
your
don't
own
know,
drum.
you know. Yeah, I think you just need to find folks who enjoy
Lead the Patapons
watching
and
those.
march forth. When Patapon 1+2 Replay launches on Nintendo Switch.
I think this is the
July
type of game
11th.
that you gotta try out to really know, you know, if you like it or not.
Welcome to Zephyr Town, a cozy place nestled in a windswept valley.
Okay,
This is where your new life begins.
kind of cozy. Story of the Seasons. Grand Bazaar.
First cropping up on Nintendo DS. This immersive farming and life.
I was
sim
about to
has
say,
no shortage
it's
of
giving me
activities
like
to get up to.
Pokemon graphics vibes from the, you know, the last one.
Tend to your farm while growing crops and caring for animals.
So this
Then
comes
sell
from the
your
Nintendo
produce and
DS
other wares at the
generation.
town's weekly bazaar. As bazaar sales grow, you'll help the once famous market regain its former splendor.
Inspiring, honestly.
You can also get to know the locals
I'd like to spend more time with you.
and maybe nurture a relationship if you find that special someone. Plus, taking advantage of Zephyr Town's windy conditions can make travel and other tasks a breeze.
I imagine this to be very
The winds of change are
entertaining and
coming,
for you to
and
suck
your
up
new
a lot
life
of
on the
hours
farm
in playing
begins
this
when
Very peaceful.
Story of Seasons
In August.
Grand Bazaar launches on Nintendo Switch.
So we got
August
July,
27th.
August covered.
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
A lot of remakes
自然
being
豊かな
announced.
そよ風タウンを舞台にした牧場物語シリーズ最新作をお楽しみに。続いてはこちらの映像をご覧ください。
What's next? Uh-oh. Okay, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Is this the game that was announced back in 2017? That was supposed to come out back then and... Oh god, okay.
This is the unknown.
Guys,
planet
give us remastered versions of the...
here.
Well, we
Samus
got from the
finds a
first
footage
3D
of
game, right? From the
colossal
Nintendo
tree
GameCube
at
days, there's
center.
already a remastered version, but the other ones, right? There was a nice collection released on the Nintendo Wii.
And escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to. Samus must scan stone figures and other relics.
The 2D version
on
of,
the path forward.
you know, of this franchise that was released on the Nintendo Switch like 1 or 2 years back, I believe. You know, that game was very good. It was really good. You're always going to have the reaction, oh, it's a 2D game. It's not going to be as good as a 3D game. That's BS, man. Play it and shut up. And it's not easy. It's not an easy game. Wow. Okay. You know, in the beginning, I was like, is this going to be a Monster Hunter reveal or something like a surprise? But then I realized
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers.
the Nintendo Switch has been a console that has housed, if like, in terms of number of titles,
Samus to operate
sometimes it actually beats out previous generations in terms of having more games of a certain franchise available to play.
Allow her to control the
And that's
trajectory
amazing.
of her beams with the power of her mind.
Actually, I don't know why Nintendo hasn't released
these powers
previous
bestowed
platforms
upon
on
Samus?
Nintendo Switch Online. We've seen some remasters from the GameCubes, from the Wii actually. That was a Zelda game that was a remaster from the Wii days. But really now... I mean, when they released the Mario 3D All-Stars, you know, they did that test. You know that there's a Nintendo 64 emulation, a GameCube one, and the Wii one. So,
A new
I mean, it's they just don't want to put it yet on their services. Okay, coming this year. So more, I'm guessing what, more towards the fall? This is going to be a big title. Is this going to be a tie-in, like a cross-generation from Nintendo Switch 1 to 2? I remember back late in the lifetime of Nintendo 3DS, they released a Metroid,
今回も
Still
様
for
々な
that,
試練がサムスを待ち
you
受け
know,
てい
and
そう
not
です
on this one, on the Switch.
新たな力サイキック能力によって広がる探索にもぜひご期待ください。続いてヘッドラインをご覧ください。
All right, there's more. Like, imagine yourself just playing all of these games that they've already announced. You'll have maybe
Once upon
months
a
of
time, there was a
gameplay
drab
worth already.
coffee shop that transformed
Disney
into a
Villain's
magical
Cursed
potion cafe.
Cafe.
As the newest potionista of the Cursed Cafe, you'll craft concoctions for Disney
This
villains
reminds me of
and get
those
to know
point-and-click
them in a new
games.
light. Mix ingredients to brew
And
all
that's
sorts
what
of
it looks like,
strange
exactly. I like the
elixirs.
art style. It
Then
looks like
serve them
like
to
it's
your
painted.
villainous visitors, including Ursula
What
and
did you make me?
Gaston. With help from Yzma, you can upgrade your ingredients to produce some wildly wicked creations. The potions you make can influence each customer's storylines, leading to different outcomes every time you play. Who knows what mischief might happen? Disney Villains Cursed Cafe launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
All right. All right.
Summon a spellbinding adventure.
I really like that they're
Welcome to Witchbrook College.
there's
where
a
students
wave of
strive to master the magical arts.
folks who are inspired
During
to make
class,
games in this
use
kind of
magic
art style. It's
circles to
kind
perform
of cozy and
rituals.
fun at the same time.
Fly on brooms. And learn
But it's gotta be
advanced
good, right?
techniques
If
to go
it's
from
not a good
witch in
game, what's the
training
point?
To skilled spellcaster.
Interesting.
There's also plenty to do outside of class. Hang out with friends at their homes. Take on various jobs to help pay for tuition. Or use the spells you've learned to craft and sell original items. Plus, up to 4 players can make magic together in online co-op. Explore this whimsical world on the road to graduation and beyond. Are you ready for a spellbinding journey? Enrollment begins when Witchbrook flies onto Nintendo Switch this
Witchbrook.
winter.
All right, winter, so kind of fall. Later to the
Action, adventure, and arcade games await. Set off on a fantastical mission.
It's good that we
to
got
illuminate
some
a
kind of
mysterious
variation in
deity.
terms of
In
types
this
of games,
hand-drawn
or
platforming
styles of
adventure,
games.
You'll explore an expansive archipelago where nightmares and wonder
I like that
collide.
they look like
Upgrade your trusty
classically
cane
animated
with magical
cartoons. I like that
parts.
style as
Then
well.
use its abilities to find your own path through the enchanting world. Can you uncover the secrets the archipelago holds? Find out when the Eternal Life of Goldman launches on Nintendo Switch this winter. Celebrate the 40th anniversary of Gradius with a collection of arcade shoot-'em-up games from across the series. Titles include Gradius,
What, since the 80s?
Salamander, Life Force,
I like these kind of
Gradius
compilations or collections, whatever you want to call them.
Gradius 3,
A way to
and
for you to be
Salamander
experiencing
2.
them with the
Some
best
titles come with multiple versions,
quality, the
including
best
ones from
compatibility,
different regions
and you know,
and
on
launch
a
years.
recent system.
Plus, take the helm in a brand new
I
entry,
don't recognize it. The name
Salamander 3.
it's not strange though. Okay, it's a Konami title.
Gradius Origins
Franchise, I mean.
launches on Nintendo Switch August 7th. Pre-orders begin later today.
So
on
another
Nintendo
summer release.
Battle to the beat in Rift of the Necro Dancer. Press the corresponding buttons in each lane to fight monsters in rhythm-based combat. Keep
Rhythm-based
the cadence
combat.
going with epic boss battles, quirky minigames, remixed stages, and global leaderboards. Plus, more musical mayhem awaits in the Celeste Music Pack paid DLC. And be on the lookout for more DLC in the future. Rift of the Necro Dancer launches on Nintendo Switch later
Okay,
today.
seems like a fun, quirky game. Later today, okay.
Let's see
What's in store? What are those? At a distance, they almost saw like Pokemon to me, but
Welcome to Tamagotchi Plaza, a brand new
Tamagotchi.
entry in the Tamagotchi Connection series.
for those of you
There
that
are
were kids in the
stores
90s or late
galore.
90s, you definitely had one of
Design
these in your
glasses
pocket.
at the eyewear shop. Polish pearly whites solo, or with
I
a
didn't know,
friend
like I
at
never
the
actually
dentist.
looked into
And
it.
arrange
If there
plates
were
at the
video games
afternoon
based
tea shop.
on Tamagotchi, so they were
12 wonderful
your
stores need your
electronic pets.
help. Provide good customer service to get high ratings and upgrade each shop. In doing so, you'll get to meet more Tamagotchi, making the town livelier than before. With over 100 new and classic Tamagotchi, business is sure to
New
be
and
booming.
classic. So they'll
Get ready
be
to set
living
up shop
together or...
when Tamagotchi Plaza launches on Nintendo Switch June
Okay, another
27th.
summer title. I don't know. Maybe being curious to check out previous titles and see what they've done with the Tamagotchis. What's this? Pokemon? Every time I see like these animal likes, I think, oh, it's another Pokemon. Yes, it is. In this case, it is. Yes, it is. All right, a new
Welcome
Pokemon.
to Pokemon Legends ZA, a new title in the Pokemon series.
Definitely, the Nintendo Switch now
You
has the
begin
most
your
Pokemon
adventure by
titles, right?
choosing one of
Out of
3
all of the
partner
previous
Pokemon.
consoles.
The setting is this metropolis that also appeared in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, Lumio City.
Uh-huh. I don't have a history of playing Pokemon games, but more of as someone who watches.
Inc. is carrying out an urban redevelopment plan. Here, we'll get a
So this
glimpse
is
into
not
the
a
lives
remake,
of the
it's a new
Pokemon and
title,
people
is
of
that it?
Lumio City.
Graphically, it doesn't seem too different from what the previous one was,
Scattered
which
all
was
over town
the first
are
one that I
wild
actually
zones.
tried playing, you know.
These areas are special environments where wild Pokemon can live comfortably.
I only
even within
recognize the ones
city.
from the first generation of cartoons, and
You can catch Pokemon here.
even though folks criticizes
But
the
they might be hostile.
the
If
graphics,
you sense trouble, head to safety.
it was very entertaining.
There are
you
Pokemon
know.
that live outside wild zones too. Some of them can even be found on rooftops.
Kind of wonder how they, if they actually
People
listen
and
to
Pokemon live easygoing
critics.
lives in Lumio City.
Huh.
But when night falls, the city's aura transforms. Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament, the ZA Royale. Trainers await in battle zones.
So they only fight at night. That's a nice touch.
If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle.
Okay.
Strike first before being seen, and you'll land a surprise attack. During battles, using a super effective move at the right moment is
Like,
key.
I don't know if they do a tie-in with a new Pokemon anime or whatnot. They
And
used to
with
do that,
Mega Evolution,
right?
Some Pokemon can
Like,
power
I
up
just saw the
even
first
more.
generation. Which, yeah, within time, I'm kind of curious to
start at rank Z and
explore
work your way
both
up
the
to rank
cartoons or the
A.
animation, whatever you want to call them, with the tie-in game, you know.
Trainers who reach the top are said to have a wish granted.
Okay. Again, that phone interaction.
Day and night are two sides to Lumio City. It seems there are even more secrets waiting to be uncovered. What will you find on your adventure? Pokemon Legends ZA launches on Nintendo Switch later this year.
Okay. To the end of the year.
本
So,
作の舞台リアレシティ
regardless
では
of the
2と4
Nintendo
の
Switch
雰囲気
2,
が
what
一変しま
we'll
したが
know
こ
from
の街には
that
まだまだ秘
direct,
密がありそうですね。
you got a new
今後
Pokemon
の続報を
game
お待ちく
guarantee.
ださい。
All right.
続いてはこちらの映像をご覧ください。
Like April and May, I don't know what is going to be released
Hello
within
there.
this, you know,
The
time
game you're
window.
about to see Boop, doesn't have a big, epic story.
Huh.
But what it does have is lots of funny little rhythm games. Boop. You wanna see? Boop.
Rhythm games.
Just press the button to jump through the ring. Boop.
Poo. Poo poo.
It sounds easy.
I like how they are animated. They seem hand-drawn. Very simplistic style.
Maybe you could try it in time to a rhythm. In this game, you might do almost anything, but you'll need to do it in rhythm.
It's almost anything, but you need to do it
With
in rhythm.
practice, you might even be able to play it with your eyes closed.
Get into the rhythm with a brand new entry in the Rhythm Paradise series. Rhythm Paradise Groove.
So this, I remember these titles from the Nintendo DS days. Even there was a title which had Beyonce in the commercial. I think that was from this franchise, but I might be mistaken though.
つんくさんがプロデュースする楽曲
I don't know. I don't think
も
they
ちろん
usually
たくさん
endorse
収録されています
celebrities to make
さて
commercials. There was
どんな
another
リズムを刻
commercial
んでいくの
with
でし
the
ょうか
3DS which had
どうぞお
Justin
楽しみに
Bieber, and that's all I remember in terms of celebrity
続いては
endorsement.
ご購入いただいたダウンロードソフトの扱い方についてのお知らせがあります。こ こちらをご覧ください。
There's more. I like how they do.
With game cards, you can put a
That's
game
a hell of a
featuring
good
Mario
game
in
right
this
there.
Nintendo Switch console, and a Legend of Zelda game in this one. Freely inserting the games you have on hand into any console you want. But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards? Well, here's what we came up with. Introducing the virtual game card. In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games.
Okay, you got my attention.
When purchasing the digital version of the game, it will be loaded onto your console as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title.
Okay.
Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your console. If you have two Nintendo Switch consoles, you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second. Now you can play this game on the second console wherever and whenever you want.
Okay, so it is
Just as if you
associated
had
to your
inserted
account,
a
right?
Physical game card. With virtual game cards, you can freely load and arrange which games you play on up to two consoles. Local communication with your second console is required, but only the first time.
All
You
right.
can also lend out virtual game cards to your Nintendo account.
This is
family
what I
group
was about
members.
to ask, but I did
Connect
not
your
want to
family group
interrupt.
members' console via local
to 8
wireless
people.
when you want to lend a game. Choose the title you're lending
Yeah, but wait, but you
and who you're lending it to.
you need to buy the family account from the Nintendo Switch Online or not?
They can now play on their own console.
How do you identify as somebody
You can only
being
lend
a family
one game
member?
at a time to a particular person. Games can be lent out for 2 weeks, after which they will automatically return to you. Making digital games even easier to use. Virtual game card.
All right, it's nice that you can have
ご
this.
覧いただいたバーチャルゲームカードは、任天堂スイッチでのやり取りはもちろん、
Right.
任天堂スイッチ2とのやり取りも可能になります。
Okay. Yeah,
バー
well,
チャルゲームカードは4月下旬の本体更新で
in
対
late
応予定
April.
です。
Okay.
それでは引き続きヘッドラインをご覧ください。
What I wanted to see, like, if you have the physical game and you don't have it with you, could you like download it or have access to it? I thought that they were going to say something like that, but here we go. High on Life. That's a funny looking gun. It's an animal. Star Overdrive. So this is for April. The Wandering Village, another summer. There, like July had the most games announced on this direct. King of Meat. Meat? Lose Lagoon, summer. They seem very funny and quirky games. Fantasy Life, I, the Girl Who Steals Time. Okay.
Uncover history once more. An HD remaster of Saga Frontier 2 is venturing on to Nintendo Switch. Meet Gustav, the royal heir.
You guys
and
have
will be
any
explored. Two
knowledge
heroes
if the
whose
first one is
fates and
available on the
legacies
Switch? Because
will
I don't
intertwine
recognize the
across
title.
generations in this epic
franchise, I mean.
RPG.
There's so much stuff out there, like you're never gonna know
Experience the
everything.
original story, along with brand new events that expand the vibrant world of Sondale. Plus, team up with more characters in battle. And transfer stats to allies through the parameter inheritance system. After finishing the main story, you can test your mettle and might against even more powerful bosses. What histories will you uncover through the ages? Saga Frontier 2
Square
Remastered
Enix.
launches on
Okay.
Nintendo Switch later today.
That's like 2 or 3 games that they released at the same time of the Direct.
Monumental adventures await.
There's more.
Embark on peaceful
That's a very
journeys
unusual
across
art
this
style.
series of beautiful puzzle games. Wander through isometric worlds
Right.
filled with stunning landscapes to manipulate, optical illusions to discover, and mystifying secrets to unfold. In Monument Valley, lead the silent Princess Ida in her quest for forgiveness while outsmarting the enigmatic Crow people. A different journey awaits in Monument Valley 2. Guide Ro in her adventure through motherhood as she and her child unlock the secrets of the sacred geometry.
This can be
Both
very
games
entertaining.
contain
I mean,
all their additional chapters, add-ons, and DLC. The first 2 Monument
Interesting.
Valley games
All right,
launch
in April,
on Nintendo Switch, April 15th.
so it's 2
Pre-orders
games.
begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Like sometimes with
And
clever use of
Help
ideas and
Noor on her
programming,
journey
like
to restore the world's light in Monument Valley
you got
3,
this has a
setting sail
third
on
game.
Nintendo
Wow.
Switch this summer.
It has a very unique art style to it, I'll say that. What's this? Very happy music.
A brand new entry in the Everybody's Golf series is driving onto Nintendo Switch.
I don't recognize the series.
Aim. Time your button press.
Is this new or is
just
this
right,
like an
and
adaptation
take
from
your
a
shot.
Nice shot.
a game from, you know, a different generation?
Perform
I don't know.
backspins
It feels like
side
it's
spins,
presented like something that folks
and other
recognize
special
from
shots.
a different time.
In the single-player challenge mode,
Or maybe not.
compete in tournaments and face off against a range of rivals to become the ultimate golfer. In Wacky Golf, your shots could get pulled into holes, or obstacles might fall. It's golf that's not quite par for the course. Up to 4 golfers can hit the fairway together locally or in online play. So just relax and get ready to tee off. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots
Okay.
lands on Nintendo Switch this year.
Trademarks of Sony Interactive. All right, what's the... Oh,
Unite some of Marvel's greatest superheroes in the fight against evil.
I like that they
Pair up 2
seem...
heroes from the
like
roster of
that
15,
that was like a
including the likes
cartoon
of the
based on the
spectacular Spider-Man and the ferocious Wolverine to take on the
comic
challenge.
book style art.
From close quarters
This looks like
combatants to aerial
16-bit
aces,
style
You
gaming.
can mix and match a variety of heroes for an amazing array of
Quite
possibilities.
cool though.
And swap between
I was
your
not
team
expecting
two
any
at
of this.
time. Take advantage of your team's strengths to overwhelm your foes. Plus, up to 4 players can assemble for local or online co-op play. The battle for the fate of the Marvel Universe begins when Marvel Cosmic Invasion
Cosmic
launches
Invasion.
on Nintendo Switch this winter.
Okay. Okay.
マーベルの
That's
スーパー
nice.
ヒーローた
That's
ちが
really
タッグを
nice.
組んで立ち向かうマーベルコズミックインベージョンをお楽しみ次が最後のタイトル
All right, the last game
こちらの
announcement.
映像をご覧くださ
They
い
probably saved the last, like the best for last. Let's see. He just farted.
How refreshing.
This reminds me of the Mii's in a way. There were Mii, like from the Mii verse or universe, I don't know how to call that, back from the Nintendo 3DS days. If not,
Tomodachi
no.
life, living the dream.
Tomodachi Life Living a Dream. Huh. I don't know, I don't recognize it. I mean, the way even that their faces are made, it really reminds you of the,
Glad it was just a dream.
you know, the Mii characters.
約10年ぶりとなるシリーズ最新作
Tomodachi Life.
友達コレクションワクワク生活
Yeah.
が登場します
Series first
映
entry.
像では
Yeah,
海
yeah.
に浮かぶ島に
They were meat characters. I was right.
さて今回はどんな人間模様が繰り広げられるのでしょうか今後の続報にご期待ください
You see, I wasn't wrong. Like, you need, if you have intuition,
こ
like,
こまで
trust it.
任天堂
Don't
ダイレ
lie
ク
to
トをご
yourself.
視聴いただきありがとうございます
Okay, so that was quick.
最後に新しいゲームの発表ではありませんがお知らせがあります
Okay.
宮本さんに紹介していただきます
Okay, interesting.
こんにちは。
Shigeru
宮本です
Miyamoto.
任天堂ダイレクトをご覧いただきありがとうございます。任天堂ダイレクトは2011年に直接
Right.
お客様に
That was the
任天堂の情報
gesture
を
that they always did,
お届
you
け
know,
して誕生しました
directly to you.
そして今では世界中のたくさんの人に見ていただいています。本当にありがとうございます。
Right.
任天堂ダイレクトはこれからも継続していきますが、直接お届けするコンセプトをもとに新たな情報チャンネルを始めます。それは
Huh.
日替わりカレンダーのような任天堂 Today というモバイルアプリです。任天堂の
Okay.
いろんなイベントが確認できるようになっていて、任天堂のゲームやキャラクターに関するニュースとちょっと楽しいコンテンツを毎日日替わりでお届けします。来週4月2日の任天堂スイッチ2ダイレクトの配信後からは
Interesting that they did that
でも
Switch 2 on April 2nd. That was kind of cool.
直接
All
お届
right.
けしていきますよ。任天堂トゥデイはこのダイレクトが終了してから順次配信を開始していきます。
I mean, everybody uses cell phones for everything nowadays. That's not particularly. I mean, I like that, but it creates in itself a dependence on the phone,
任
right?
天堂トゥデイを使ってみてください。
Okay. It's a nice touch that you can have that. That's very well thought of.
最後までご覧いただき
But it's
あ
a
りがとう
different
ございま
app.
した
It's not on the Nintendo app. Is that it? Or is it within the Nintendo app? Okay, well, I gotta give it a try. Let me know in the comments down below what are your thoughts about all of these games. Like, if you think about playing all of these games, it was like a 30-something minute presentation, almost 40 minutes in. I mean, you had so much gameplay value just from this direct alone, you know. Let me know in the comments down below and keep on watching the stuff I have on my channel. I will be, in a way, exploring this app. And of course, the big guy in the room is the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. So keep on coming back to my channel because I will be reacting and commenting on that as well. Thank you and see you soon.